This is Jared McDonald with the Daily News here in Bowling Green. First, it's I think the first conference title for women since 2013. What does it mean to you to be able to come away with a win late in this and secure that top spot?
I think just like I talked about it earlier, and like this has been our team's goal the whole time, is to set a legacy for ourselves and to be like the first team to win a Conference USA tournament since we entered the conference is definitely like just the start of our legacy for this year. We obviously still have another week to play to complete that legacy.
Ian Fleischman, College Heights Herald. How did it feel to come up with the last-second goal to seal the game and the division?
I think coming out at halftime, I didn't feel like very happy with how I was playing, and just like coming out and battling for everything, even until the last second. I don't know. I just sorry. We wanted to stay together and stick together as a team down to the last second, and knowing that we had to get a win out of this just made it even more special to know that like everyone on this team kept playing until the very end.
Hey, Katie, this is Nick Geezer from the College Heights Herald as well. You guys' journey started back in July, just being back on campus and training, and, here you are now, and you've just clinched the division. This is Coach Neidell's 20th year, how do you kind of capture this regular season now heading into the playoffs now?
It's definitely been a long journey from the start of this season technically, and I think that just makes it that much more special because the momentum's just been building up since July, and to be able to follow through with the goals that we set almost a year ago, it's special.
Hey, this is Jared again with the Daily News in Bowling Green. There was that stoppage with 51 seconds left before you guys scored. It seemed like everybody was called over towards the sideline. I guess what was discussed in that situation before the free kick?
We definitely knew that was coming down to the last second, so we had to get people into the box and, set up a play that maybe we usually wouldn't have with a lot of time left. And that play did not go as planned, but we still kept battling and ended up working out because every one of us just went with the flow and adapted and ended up working out.
Hey, Katie, Ian Fleischman, College Heights Herald. We saw Katie go down early in the game, and in return, we saw you step up big time as a leader on the offense. How does that feel to just step up so big at a clutch moment?
I think that was the goal for everyone when we came together after that. It was playing for her. We were already playing for each other, but especially in that moment, there was an extra sense of urgency to finish the game out for her. And I think everyone stepped up, not just me. And because everyone was able to step up and make a big time play in this big time game, that it was special.
I've got one more. You guys knew that you could win the Conference USA East Division, with a win tonight, knowing that you needed a win and a draw wouldn't, settle things. Yes, did that change your approach to this one at all?
Sorry, could you repeat the end of that?
Knowing that you guys needed to win, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Knowing that you guys needed a win tonight and you couldn't settle for a draw, did that change your approach in this one at all?
We obviously always want to come out with a win, but especially since we knew that Charlotte could have been playing for a tie as well, that we had to step up even more because we were playing for a bigger difference in the game. So there was more urgency and intensity that we had to play with because it was a bigger game for us.
Anything else? All right. Thank you, Katie.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, Coach, this is Jared McDonald from the Daily News. First of all, you guys are able to claim the CUSA East Division title. I believe that's the first, conference title for Western Kentucky since 2013, first since joining CUSA. What does that say about this group, and what does that mean for the program?
Well, it's just really exciting. We've been talking about winning championships for the last couple of years. we had a couple of tough seasons in Conference USA with some injuries and such in 2017 and 2018, and then bounced back in 2019 and just have a group that's committed to the process. And in particular, just love it for our senior captain, Avery Jacobson, who's seen the highs and the lows of the program, and to be able to be a part of that process for her, being able to win a conference championship for her is particularly meaningful, because she's, like I said, she's seen the highs and lows of the program. And, this is a group that's been disciplined and determined and committed through this whole thing, and never wanted to use the pandemic as an excuse for anything, but just rolled up their sleeves and got to work and grinded. And now they get to the rewards of all their efforts.
Hey, Coach. Ian Fleischman, College Heights Herald here. Ashley Koblinski has played lights out this season on defense. How much do you contribute your success on defense to her?
Well, I think she's had an amazing season, especially because this is really her first year of college experience. I mean, she was here last year, but only played really a few minutes. So to come in, relatively unexperienced in the game and do what she's done has been really incredible. But I think she would say, and I think the entire team would say, that defending is a collective effort, and it's not just a goalkeeper or defenders that defend, but all 11 players on the field. And they've done a lights out job in front of her to minimize shots on goal, and to minimize chances that she's had to deal with. The things that she was asked to do tonight and all season long, she's come up really big. We're really proud of her.
Hey, Coach, this is Nick Keyser, also from the College Heights Herald. Following tonight's win, you get the win against Charlotte. Katie comes up with her big third goal of the season. And, just kind of looking back, kind of like big picture here, starting back in July, talking to you, it was a hard start towards the end of that month of July. You guys have a positive case. You battled through this year. You start playing in the spring. You've talked about how special this group is, but how does it feel to get through the regular season, and then now you're going to be playing in the postseason?
Well, I don't know. I honestly don't know that the championship has even sunk in with me yet. But just, again, I've been saying it all season long, but just really grateful for the opportunity to coach the game that I love to coach, and for our players to be able to get out on the field and compete and play the game that they love. It's the pandemic, if nothing else, has reminded us to appreciate these moments. And that was one of my messages for the team before the game, was to, that this was a defining moment for our team. And they kind of lived the moment tonight.
Hey, Coach, Jared with the Daily News again. Kind of a unique situation in that final minute there, where you guys get the free kick, but you basically get like a timeout, like in any other sport, to bring your team over, talk to them about what's next. I guess, what was the discussion there, and how did you see it playing out after that?
That's hilarious, because we did set up a play. We drew up, kind of like a basketball timeout. We were able to draw up a play. The play didn't work, and the players improvised. And it worked out okay. I think all season long, Katie Erwin's job on those free kicks is to kind of go to the goalkeeper, or put herself in position to challenge the goalkeeper. And when the play broke down, that's exactly what she did, and she was in the right place at the right time because of it, to nod it into the goal.
Hey, Coach. Ian Fleischman, College Heights Herald. Applying pressure on your opponents has been a huge key this season. We've talked about it before. How do you feel you've gotten the upper hand in games where you had more shots on the goal than your opponents?
Well, again, just like defending is a total team effort, attacking is too. I don't want to give away too many secrets that our opponents might find, but we pride ourselves on our forwards being aggressive players, and really both on the attacking and defensive side of being aggressive in the attacking part of the field to try to create chances. And we've done to be fair in this at halftime, I challenged our team, especially our forwards tonight, because, we got the ball down there a lot in the first half. And it resulted in a lot of goal kicks for Charlotte. And, we kind of challenged our team at halftime and said that's not good enough. It's not good enough to do all of that work for the end result to be a goal kick for the other team. We got to score a goal. We got to get a chance on goal. We got to get a corner kick or a throw in, but we've got to get something more out of it. And I think in the second half, you started to see the fruits of that labor, and we started to get some more dangerous combinations and chances into the other team's box.
Hey, Coach, this is Nick again. A little short two-parter for you. So obviously Amber goes down, and it's apparent, that she was out of the game for the rest of the match. Just one update on her if you have anything. And then other thing being, you guys will have some time off before you go play in the postseason, just a little bit in preparation for that. So, I know that your team seems eager to go play and continue just to play well. So what's going to be very important between now when you guys have that first postseason game?
Yeah, well, as far as Amber goes, we just don't know anything at this point. We played essentially she went down about 15 seconds in the second half, so played the rest of the second half without her, and obviously she's a key player for us, and just really excited to see the way that the team rallied around not having her on the field, and really proud of the way that they came together. Because it's tough, it's tough to play without a player that's been a key component for you all season long. We don't know who we're playing in the first round yet. That's still up in the air because we don't know who's going to get fourth place in the other division, because we will play the fourth place team, and it's either going to be UAB or UTEP, but the UAB Law Tech game got postponed till tomorrow morning. So we still don't know who we're preparing for. So until we know who we're preparing for, there's really nothing more that we can do except for rest and recover.
Any other questions? All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks for your
Congratulations.
patience tonight.